Hello, my name is Armando Rios, and today I'll be talking about the job title that I wish to have in the future. And for me, the job title that I wish to have would be construction supervision. It works around like the field when it comes to any sort of construction based job. The reason why I kind of want to do this is because my dad was a construction worker, and I feel like I would have a lot to offer to the table if I already have a few bit of background when it comes to masonry and brickwork due to my dad. And I would just want to like, I would I would love to learn more about construction, how to run a business, how to make sure that everything in that construction site is going as planned. And that's one of the reasons why I chose construction supervision as one of my job title in the future. And well, in the industry that I'm gonna really work in is most likely, like I said, it's gonna be in the construction site. Just making sure that everything's going to place, that all the workers are having all the right equipment, making sure that everything's safe, which is really important, especially in these type of jobs because you're dealing with a bunch of dangerous machinery, dangerous chemicals, and you have to make sure that each of the workers there are well equipped and make sure that they're wearing their hard hats in case of anything, any debris falls, that it doesn't affect them or hurt them in any sort of way. And that's mostly what a construction supervisor does, which which is really interesting because you also work good with people. You have to learn how to be firm but not too strict with other people, with the people working in your site. You can't be a dictator. You have to be a way like in a way you're still their boss, but you have to have that level of mutual respect with one another, which is really interesting to me because I love talking to people. I enjoy working with people, and I would love to learn more about construction, which is why I'm studying to do this. And the expected compensation for this job, usually starting off, you get paid, I want to say, like the high 50s, like 59,000, but it ranges from 59K to 90K depending on the amount of time you've been working, which in other words, you could work your way up to get paid more. And the experience needed, of course, you need to have some sort of background knowledge when it comes to construction sites, running a construction company. You have to make sure that everything, like you know how to work well with people, that you have good communication skills with others, and stuff like that. And the education that is needed, the bare minimum for education would be high school, and you could start working, but it's always best to get a little bit more education, that way you're kind of getting a secure spot after. Like what I'm doing is getting a degree, an associate's for construction supervision, in order to kind of skip that whole process of like having my fingers crossed and hoping to get a job interview in a construction site. And which is really better having a an associate's, because when you want to work for a job, they look and they see that you have some sort of education towards that degree, that way that you're kind of more qualified than other people that are just going like just with no knowledge of the job. And education wise, you need to at least have some high school diploma, like I said, and you got to make sure that you you kind of have a good idea. My plan to reaching this goal, like I said, I'm studying for this degree plan. Hopefully, by the end of next year, taking all the classes, I'll be able to be done with it, and that would be, yeah, according to plan, I'll be done in less than a year or at most a year and a half. But overall, I think that it's a reachable goal. Like I said, I always been trying to do something towards along the lines of construction. And hopefully through doing this, I also could branch out into more other things such as business wise, like be able to start my own company, be able to at least teach others how to run a business, like how to make sure that everything in the job site is in order. Because I know fellow people, my friends, a couple family friends, they work as construction supervisors, and I would just ask them casually, like asking them, hey, like what is it do you do? And they just say, well, we just make sure that all of our workers are making are coming to work on time, doing their job correctly and safely as possible. And you always have to communicate with them and make sure you have to sort of ask them like, hey, are you working good? Like, is there anything you need? Is there any type of equipment that you need to work better, to work more safer, which is really interesting to me because, like I said, I really enjoy working with people. I enjoy um, I enjoy talking to others, kind of get to know them. And that's the thing with this job, that you're going to be able to know some of the workers, and you're going to be able to have like better communication with them. You'll be able to gather more better communication skills with them, be able to just be there for when something bad, like if something were to come up, if one of the workers were to say, hey, like what we're doing here, is this right, is this safe, you'll be able to say, look, this is what you need to do, these are, make sure you're wearing your harness when you're working on high places of high altitude, stuff like that. And this is kind of one of the few reasons why I chose this career, because you're going to be able to work with many people, you will be able to branch out, work your way up. And I think that's a great thing to look into, which is why I chose that job title for me to like what I'm working for in the future. So that's mostly it. I hope you enjoyed being informed about what is it I want to pursue in the future, and that's it. Thank you.